You're watching South Today. Still to come tonight, what's at the bottom of this girl's garden? We'll see her very shortly. We'll hear from the woman who grew up a stone's throw from Stonehenge. Now, the remarkable story of a Dorset teenager who feared he would never dance again after being diagnosed with leukaemia. Back in 2019, Jude, who's now 14, had to undergo chemotherapy and broke his back twice. But he was determined to get back to tap dancing, and despite ongoing treatment, he's now been selected to represent Team GB once again. Sophia Seth has been to meet him.
Star number 2, Superstition.
I was just in complete shock because I thought I was perfectly fine because I just competed at a really high level, and I thought everything with my health couldn't be any better. But then when I found out, it was just heartbreaking.
In December 2019, shortly after becoming a world champion tap dancer, Jude started feeling unwell. Initially, the family thought it could be a virus, but then Jude started to complain of a sore ankle.
So we sat him on the sofa and we looked at his ankle, and he had a sort of unusual red mark on it and some bruising.
He then had a blood test and was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. He was 12.
You could see in Jude's face the panic and the worry, and he just turned around to the doctor and just his only question that he wanted answered was, will I dance again?
Jude started chemotherapy straight away. At that time, he also found he was struggling to walk. After further scans, doctors found he had 2 fractures in his back.
Probably happened when he'd been doing the World Championships, because his bones would have been weak with the leukemia, but we didn't know. Then a second fracture appeared over the next sort of 6 weeks, which they believe was caused by the steroids.
Jude had to spend some time in a wheelchair and then on crutches, but he never gave up on dancing again.
I went onto crutches, and then slowly I just became stronger. And then I heard my sister tap dancing, and I was like, that's what I love, and I want to be back doing that. So then I think I went and watched her, and I was just sat on a chair, and I was doing it with my feet.
And I've also heard you were telling your sister she was doing it wrong.
Yeah, I was like, that's not how you do this step. This is how you do this step. So I just wanted to show that I can still do it and prove to everyone that I can still do it.
And he certainly has. Despite still going through treatment, Jude's training at a tap studio in Swindon, studying at school, and he's also been selected for Team GB.
It is what drives him. It's his main focus and his main hobby and his love, and you can see it. You get in the car for a 2-hour drive to Swindon, which most people would probably dread, and he's bouncing, cannot wait to get there.
Jude also hopes people will support the Stand Up to Cancer campaign to help more people survive the disease. What would you want to say to young people out there?
I just want to let them know that when you are told bad news, that you shouldn't let that stop you, because if you persevere and try really hard, then anything is possible.
Inspirational stuff. We wish Jude well. Of course, we all rely on the NHS, don't we?